Hey guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and today we're reviewing one of my favorite cars, the BMW M5, and not just any M5, the competition. So DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey, we're glad enough to let me review the car today. We have two keys, very similar to my M340i xDrive keys. You have your unlock, the BMW Roundel is lock, opening the trunk, the alarm. This car is in beautiful sapphire black. What else did I own that was an M car in sapphire black? My Z3M Coupe, which they call the clown shoe. Now this car is definitely in the running for my next car. If you follow the channel, my M340i xDrive lease is up June 1st, and I'm certainly considering a used M5 to fit the bill for my commercial real estate business. Here we have 20-inch wheels. Huge brakes. These look like steel brakes to me. You can also get ceramics. I had a friend who got the ceramics and they squealed like crazy. How do you know you have the competition? Well, you got badges throughout. You got a badge there. You also have a badge in the back that says M5 competition. Again, special thanks to DCH Montclair Acura. You have a nice backup camera hidden here from the weather. Huge trunk, much bigger than my 3 Series trunk. This trunk is gigantic. You could probably fit at least 2 sets of golf clubs. Who knows, maybe 3 or 4. If you're a golfer, comment below. Definitely 2 hockey bags. My sticks would still need the pass-through, or I would put it in the body of the car. Stunning in black sapphire. If I can't get my blues in my bright colors, then that's my go-to black sapphire. Nice gray interior. You have heated seats, massage seats, cooled seats. I thought we actually had some heat coming out there. Let's look at the hood, because that's why you buy the M5 over, say, the M340 I have. You just do the latch twice, which will open the hood for us. So there's no secondary latch. Very easy to open. I love the big BMW Roundel. I've even seen this blacked out in some cars. For the this is a used one. The new ones, you can even get that anniversary Roundel. So here we go. We got the 2 intakes here. It's a 4-liter V8 twin turbo, producing 600 horsepower, 553 foot-pounds of torque. If you have the competition like this, they raise the horsepower a little bit to 617, the same 553 foot-pounds of torque. Now, Car and Driver put one of these on the dyno, and it was about 600 or so to the wheels, but it was over 600 foot-pounds of torque to the wheels, and that's why these cars are so fast. They're 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, about 2.9, 2.8, so that was faster than my McLaren 570S. Now, after all, this car is a 5 Series, right? So you could be 6 foot something tall and easily sit in the back seat. Bigger back seat than my 3 Series has. Plenty of leg room, not a ton of room. I'm sitting behind myself. I'm 6 feet tall. So now we've moved to the front seat, and we could fire up the car. Press the start button here. You hear that throaty V8 engine. All the controls are the same. These are your cruise control, your Distronic adaptive cruise control, lane keeping mode, your top speed, your limiter. Here is going through the menus and Bluetooth controls. The stick is a little different here, the transmission controller, than on my car. Obviously, this is a real M, not an M Sport, so you get the M button. It's a torque converter 8-speed ZF automatic, which is probably the best that there is. It's in my car as well. You can go in drive mode, or you could go in sport. So here we're in drive. We go again to the side. You just see the numeric number. That means you have to shift for yourself. It's not going to shift as good because it's torque converter automatic. If you want something with a dual clutch, you're probably better off with a Panamera, and I'm considering those cars as well. Cup holders front and center. You got the USB. Now the water can drip in there, so I always keep it plugged in, the USB, and this way I can charge my phone. Later models had wireless charging. You have heated and cooled seats, which are optional. All right, well, you could actually do heated and cool at the same time. That's pretty cool. Very strong climate control, very easy to use center screen here with the Idrive, very easy to go through everything. If you had any BMW in the last 5 or 10 years, you'd be able to use this no problem. You have the hill hold here. You also have the parking brake, which is easy to use to disengage. You have massage seats, but they're kind of hidden. Here's where your seat, you do the settings for your seat, the 1 and 2 positions, your mirror controls, your window controls. The massage seats are actually, it almost looks like a heated seat button, but when you press it, you'll see this comes up, and we can do any kind of massage we want. So let's see, whole body exercise. So let's try that. It's not that intrusive. You honestly barely feel it, and 3 is the highest setting, so we'll try that while we drive. And again, this is a fast, powerful car. You can take all the nannies off and do like a drift mode, which is a rear drive mode. Most of the time you're going to drive in all-wheel drive, but it does drive like a rear drive car. All right, so as we set off, we'll try manual mode. And this is so much faster. You know, it's got over 200 horsepower more. It's so much faster than my M340. And it's a lot more expensive. New, these cars about 120, 130, about 130 if you had ceramic brakes, 120 something if you go with the steel brakes. But you got to look at it, supercar performance. Now, it is a size bigger than my car. I noticed that right away. Any 5 Series should feel a size bigger than a 3 Series. But the ride is pretty comfortable. Even though we have 20-inch wheels, we do have some sidewall. It's probably not as comfortable as a regular 5 Series because you do have a stiffer suspension. But it would be great to have as a daily driver. I'd be up and down the turnpike in no time for my real estate business. The downside is going to be gas mileage. You know, I make multiple trips to the Princeton area, an hour and a half each way every week. So it probably would be difficult. We're still in manual shift mode here. It probably would be difficult. Use a lot of gas for this car, but I think this is winning right now for my next daily driver. Now, the massages compared to my S8 are probably less intense. My 2013 S8, now that was a V8 turbo as well, was really good with seat massagers. All right, so let's drive it in automatic mode. I'm not that crazy about shifting the torque converter. Honestly, though it's certainly more boring and less involving, I would probably just leave it in auto. I think it'll shift better itself. We're coming up some twisties here, which will test that weight. These cars weigh at least 4,200 pounds, depending how you option them out. Which is at least, whoops, this guy stayed. Jeez. I hate when people cross the double yellow. All right, so now this is a good test of the weight. Say if I was taking this on a drive with my friends, a Sunday morning drive, we're hitting the twisties. It does stay pretty flat, but I do feel the weight, no joke. All right, here's a little acceleration we could do. And we'll be up to speed in no time. And even with the steel brakes really clamp and slow this car down. Power is nothing, it's an old adage, right? Power is nothing without control. And if you make your car faster, you got to upgrade the brakes. So these brakes are pretty phenomenal out of the box. How long they last would be how often you do that. All right, so now we're going to drive on regular streets. We've done our acceleration, we've done our heavy braking. Now let's kind of drive it as this was our car. You're picking up the kids, taking them to soccer practice, you're taking clients out for work, which I would be doing. And now if we drive it normally, we're driving it like it's just a normal 5 Series. And it's really easy to use Idrive. I think it's one of the easier ones to use now. Now you could go in M mode, so you could program 2 different M modes here. So M1, now you program it whatever you want. People think, well, it takes off the stability control, traction control, or throttle response. You actually have to program it. So don't be caught that the car has standard settings for you. You really program these. And I can see the exhaust got louder in the Sport Plus setting that we're driving now, and it's also holding the shifts longer. Now, heated wheel, my M2, the heated wheel was hidden in the steering column. Unless you knew where it was, you would never find it. Now, just like my 2020 M340, it's right here. I think we can get in front of this guy. I'm not crazy. That whole body massage is kind of weird. So let's try lumbar. Now again, it's nice and quiet. I don't think it's doing an auto shut off because we are in the Sport Plus mode, which is going to give us the sharpest throttle response depending how this one was programmed. Sounds good, right? V8 up. I guess it's in manual mode. It sounds really good, this V8. They've done a good job. I always said AMG and Aston Martin, because they have AMG engines, make turbo sound the best. So it sounds really good in this car. And if you follow the reviews on the channel, it sounds really good in the X5M, this V8 motor. All right, so this is my front runner right now. I used one because I couldn't afford a new one for when my lease is up on my M340i xDrive. What should I pick? Would you go with the M5? Would you go with the E63S AMG? Would you go with the RS5? Those cars I like as well. I'd like to also try out the new model, the new facelifted new Panamera, which came out in 2017, like a 4S. Big advantage of the Panamera CPO, they give you a 2-year warranty, where BMW and Mercedes and Audi give you 1 year now. So let me know in the comments what I should choose. Should it be the M5 or should I consider something else? I need a 4-door for my real estate business. And let me know what car you want me to review next. Once I have enough people asking for that car, I'll go out and try to make it happen. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.